All right.
Man, it's been a long time, brother.
It has. Give me 1 second. I
I've
gotta
been missing my crew. Okay, hold on.
gotta remember how to work this thing.
I know.
Well, we are back. James is over there knocking stuff down in his office, as you can hear in the background.
I'm here.
I am right here. My good buddy James, and neighbor, is right there. It's been since June 15th since we came online and talked.
Man, we were a whole year younger when we last aired. Isn't that something?
I was 20 pounds lighter. I'll tell you that.
And
I've
I
been
was
in the gym.
about 10 pounds heavier. So great. This is great. I love it.
So, it's been an amazing summer. I remember, I think it was Timberland and Missy Elliott who said, "I shouldn't have left you without a dope beat to step to." Remember that? And we've been gone for quite some time,
Man,
and
you about to make me play this song. Stop it.
I need to personally apologize because, you know, I'll be honest, James. I was just enjoying summer. Whatever the equivalent of a black man frolicking, that's what I was out here doing. I was frolicking.
Man,
I
let me tell you
was
one thing. I ain't mad
enjoying
at
the kids. I
you.
was
Right, man,
enjoying
because
my life.
life keeps lifing and we got families, we got jobs. This is our heartfelt service to the community. And we got a lot of people in this fight, but they don't know the price we had to pay. Oh, it's a lot. And I would do it all over again, but I understand there's no apology needed. I'm sitting here looking at screenshots of vacation places just because I can't go nowhere. Right? I mean, I got Belize up there. It's just beautiful in the background. On YouTube, you got the screensavers. Dude, that's my existence right now.
But
So
that's the difference between me and you. You're gonna look at the pictures. I'm gonna hop on the flight. And
you're gonna
James,
take
you
a flight.
have to close up your laptop and get out of this place and go enjoy this world.
I'm going to. I am going to do that. The last quarter of this year, I will be vacationing because I
You
feel like next year I'm not going to have a lot of time to do that.
better. All right. Well, anyway, we're back, and you know what? You know what has not changed, James? Unfortunately, I've done traveled to different countries. I've done been around the U.S. and College Park has remained the same. Without a doubt, it never ceases to amaze me the shenanigans that still take place.
The level of I can't say this on air, but you know what I'm talking about. It rhymes with hickory dickory. The level of that just keeps going, man. And I was telling somebody yesterday, you know, I love the engagement. I love the fact that we comment on everything, but literally nothing is going to change until the federal agencies get involved or we have elections, and they are coming up, and we have to hope and pray that we can hold on to what we have of our city, uh, and that it'll be here next year when we have new leadership. Uh, so I mean, we can do what we do. We can call attention to their bull, and do all the things that put them on Front Street and shine a light on the incompetency, the corruption, the lack of transparency and accountability. But really, until we get some help, that's all we can do. We can put out the bat signal. It's out. Hell, it's
Exactly.
been out. I mean, the light has been changed 3 or 4 times, the bulb, because it's been out. So all you agencies with the alphabets in your name, please come and see about us, please, because this is happening. It's going down.
Things that we're gonna do tonight because one thing that I did learn while traveling and being away from this is we gonna I'm not giving them 3 hours tonight of my life. So
Mm-mm.
let's run through some of the hot topics that's going on, what people need to look out for tonight, what's transpired over the last couple of weeks, and let's run through those things. Get some comments out here,
Yep.
and then we're gonna hop back over, and just like many of you are watching us right now, we're gonna watch this, and we're gonna make our voice heard right there on the city page. One thing that I love when I see 300, 400 comments from people who are engaged,
It's amazing.
trying
We
to
got
see. It's just a couple of handful of people that's causing trouble, and that's not what I see. I see citizen after citizen stepping up and saying that they want more from their city and demanding more. So let's run through some of the hot topics that we need to discuss tonight.
Before
And
we say this, Mose, I do
Right.
want to say you look about 10 pounds lighter. Dude, your face look good. I ain't seen you in a minute. I mean, your shirt got all this wrinkle in it. That's great, man. You're looking good, boy. I don't know what you're doing, but keep it up.
yeah, I hope that I don't know, maybe College Park was stressing me out too much. When I used to teach school, people would retire, and when they retire from teaching, they come back looking so great, and kind of find out the work was killing them. So I don't know. I hope Shakita is listening.
Yeah, Kitty, your man looking good, girl. He man looking good. See, right here looking good.
All right, so James, I named this one tonight. What did we end up calling this one? Gosh, I can't even remember what I named it. It is. I can't remember what I named the title. I guess those that's online might be able to tell me. But James, do you remember a long time ago when somebody said we have to run down to Savannah in order to ensure that there's no continuity loss in our destination management organization?
Yep.
So do you remember they climbed in their cars, and citizens climbed in their cars, and everybody hopped down the street and went down there to make sure that this destination management company that we were about to hire was on the up and up? Do you remember that happening?
So let's give a shout out to all those people, because we have some of the best neighbors in the world. I'm telling you, they are amazing. I, for one, couldn't go because I went work in court like you got. I mean, but they hopped in the car like, we ready. Let's go. We can gas up and get food on the way down. We can stop at this gas station. We can stop at wherever. But I love you guys. You guys are amazing. Y'all are the real reason why we still in College Park. Let me tell you that. Mose and I have talked about it. We could sell our houses, but we not, because we have something to do. But you guys make it worth living here. Forget what's going on. You guys are the heartbeat of College Park, and we thank y'all for doing that. So I'm sorry, Mose, I had to get that in.
No, that's perfect, because you took the words right out of my mouth, and I'm happy that you recognize that. It's because of the people of College Park. It's because of the employees within College Park that we stay here. But it was way back on June 28th, James. It was 3 days after our birthday. For those of y'all don't know, James and I just happen to have the same birthday. But 3 days after our birthday, on June 28th, there was a meeting held at the Marriott Savannah Riverfront, 4 hours away from our little town of College Park, where the council called a special call meeting during the time that the mayor was going to have another meeting somewhere else, in order to give a $2.4 million contract to a company that was created 33 days prior.
Yep.
The reason that they were doing this was because they wanted to ensure continuity of destination management services here on after. They got rid of the company that we've been using for years and went with a brand new company. Now, there was another meeting that happened after that where they were supposed to secure the contract.
Yep.
There was another meeting that happened after that where they were supposed to secure the contract. James, you know what's not on today's agenda?
The contract.
The contract.
Yes, sir. It's not on the contract.
We rushed down to Savannah in order to, make sure that everything was on the up and up. And now it's not even on the agenda. It's totally fallen off the agenda. And we're looking at, today is August the 17th, which means that it's not going to happen before the end of this month.
And guess what?
Roll into September.
And guess what? You know why that is? That's because we have residents and people who give a damn. They went down there and they stopped this tomfoolery from happening. And at least right now, all we need to do is buy time, right? And we've been doing that and buying time and shining the bat signal and drawing attention to all their shenanigans. And so that's what what everybody has been able to do, Mose, and I'm just like I'm proud to be a part of that, right? So again, kudos to the citizens of College Park
And
for
just
that.
for those who don't know, again, College Park has had a destination management company for many, many years. The city council, well, there's these funds that come into the city every time a hotel room is rented. Maybe rental cars. I don't remember everything, James. All this money goes into a bucket, and that bucket can be used to promote the city and advertise the city. So the more people will use
Right.
hotels, and more people will come. Well, College Park council members have had their eye on that money for quite some time
Of course they
because
do.
you know what you could do with that money, James?
A lot.
You could do a whole lot of festivals.
And it's not traceable. Like there's no oversight with that money.
You could
It's
give away a lot of book bags. So
a lot of hams.
wanted to figure out a way. You could plant a lot of plants at a botanical garden. So they've been trying to figure out ways that they can use this money outside of the legal purposes
Right.
that money can be used. And we saw this on full display even at the last council meeting or during the workshop where Roger Gay came in and said, if you all don't plan on spending the money the way that I say that we're going to spend the money, we have no need for you all. And you all we can put this back out for bid.
That's right.
That might be why there isn't a contract tonight.
Right. There's no uniformity. There's no congruency with the council. Everybody has their own agenda. And guess who suffers? The city, the residents. We don't have a DMO right now. There are heads in the bed without any wherewithal, where the money's going, who's going to be over it. Do you know how much they've made since we ended that contract, Moms?
How much?
I don't know, but it's millions of dollars. I don't know. It should be millions of dollars, right? And we still don't have one. And it's been what, 6 weeks now, right?
And we're what's happening is what College Park doesn't understand is that things keep going. These companies, they're choosing to go to other cities. There's a brand new beautiful arena that's built in Morrow. I would not be surprised if money is going there now. These hotel owners, they're left unsecure because they do not have their marketing company that's been supporting them for many years. And again, today is not even on the schedule. It's not even on the agenda for them to vote on it. So we need to be asking more questions like what is going on, what's happening, and where does the buck stop, James?
I don't know, but I'm gonna tell you what is on the agenda tonight.
What's on it?
A roof for the GICC that has been in disrepair for quite some time. And I'm not sure what the hell they're doing, but the person who was awarded the contract is like number 3 on the list. Like it's a ranking, and 25 is the top score. They came in 3rd. And I'm not sure they have no bid documents, no information on the company, nothing, or that wasn't presented. I know when the mayor asked, when people were asking, what is the documentation that supports this company getting this contract for the roof, which, mind you, should have been done months ago, right?
Correct.
Months ago. And so again, here's a shiny example of the incompetency of our council to not be transparent and forthcoming. It could be fine. Literally, don't get me wrong. It could be completely legitimate and fine, but you don't give a damn about us to let us know the need for questions. And then you wonder why we have 2,000 open records requests. Because you don't give us what we need. It's transparency. Who, what, when, and why did you pick the 3rd ranked person on the list? Is it some collaboration with somebody on the council? Is it some friends helping friends? I know you, you know me. Let's be a happy family. What is it? But you don't tell us nothing. And you expect us to sit here, and when you have something on the side of the road that looks like cow dung, and you feed it to us like it is literally 5-star chili on a cold day with a beer. The hell are you talking about?
Well, the biggest fear is that this happens over and over again. This is the same. This is the same thing that happened with the DMO contract. We're seeing these different organizations, and you're seemingly choosing an inferior one and giving no explanation why.
Right.
And with that third place winner right there are 150,000 more than the next person. So why are they the choice? And I'm not expecting an answer, but this is again where we find ourselves. But one of the biggest things that's been talked about over the last couple of days, James, is we're getting a new employee in the city of College Park.
Who is that? Who is that? Who is that?
Little do you know, see, way back when all these people ran for office, I assume, looked at the job requirement. You know,
Mm-hmm.
attend meetings, set policy, figure
Right.
out a budget. I
Right.
assume they did these things in preparing to run for office.
Mm-hmm.
However, that job somehow just got too big for them. And
Mm-hmm.
they hired legislative aides, and they brought in these legislative aides making
Yep.
$70,000 a year.
Yep.
Now, the job of a council member only pays about 24,000,
Right.
but they brought in legislative aides that made three
Three
times.
times that. Yeah.
And you know who these legislative aides answer to?
Let me guess. Could it be the councilwoman whose name starts with a J and ends with an N?
And they answer to their own council person who hired them. Now, everybody else in the city answers to the city manager, but
Mm-hmm.
they created
So,
positions.
but that is violate the charter. That is violate the charter.
What charter?
Because according to the charter, employees are supposed to answer to the city manager.
What
Right.
charter? Names? Come on.
They won't amend the charter. They formed this charter commission, which was all we know for fluff and show. They don't give a damn about the charter and the amendments and the language in the actual charter. They want to just have smoke and mirrors until it fits them. So it violates the charter, period. So let's go on from there, Mose. Go ahead.
So for those of y'all who don't know, item 8C on the consent agenda tonight, and we're going to talk about that in a moment, James, on the consent agenda, Ward 1 wants to hire Xavier Ross, a legislative manager and chief of staff for
Bright
council.
shining star, Xavier Ross. He has a resume that is impeccable. Go ahead.
For Councilwoman Jamil McKenzie at $6,066.67 a month. That's about $72,800 a year. Get this, James. The contract will auto renew 3 more times.
I saw that. So let me just stop. Don't breeze past that. So let me tell you something. When Jamel is out of her position next year,
yes,
or whoever is, this person will still have a contract with whomever is the Ward 1 council person. Is that what I'm hearing you say, Mose?
It auto renews for the next 3 years, James, bringing it to a grand total of $291,200 over the 4 years. And
all
James,
I got to say,
that's been spent in the consent agenda.
Yeah, it means there's no discussion on it. That means it is what it is. I'm the mama, you the child. You do what we say do. Yep. I got it. I'm clear on that, Mose, and that we can just end the show right there because continuously they continue to shove stuff in our face and expect us to just say, "Oh, thank you, man. Thank you, sir. I appreciate that." No, we are going into a contract with somebody who has a less than stellar resume, and you can check it out because we posted it somewhere. It's on Speak Up, and we'll post it again so all the children can see what to aspire to. Yes. But has a resume that is very, very questionable. And we're paying him almost $70,000 a year. That's 3 times what the council person makes. Now, this person will answer to the council person, Jamel McKenzie, who's going to hire him. Now, let me say this. Most. And I'm going to say this at 7:35 on the 17th of August. Now, mind you, keep a watchful eye over this Xavier person. Because from what I understand, McKenzie's going to run for something. Okay, probably mayor. And she's going to need a campaign manager. How convenient is it going to be for her to have somebody that she controls and has complete autonomy over while she's running for whatever public office that she wants to, and maybe mayor. How are we going to monitor his comings and goings on our dime based upon what she tells him to do?
I have no idea. And also
Watch out. Okay, go.
think about the access that this person is also going to be given. This person is now working inside of City Hall.
Yep.
Part of his job requirement is to coordinate contractors and review their estimates. But what else does he have access to? What else? We all get. You remember during campaign season when we got all those random text messages before, and you start wondering like, how did this person get my number?
Right.
What other access happens, and why are we spending $72,000 for someone to keep up with your calendar? I hold my calendar on Google Calendar. Why are we spending $72,000 for someone to assist with budgeting? We have a finance department. We have a city manager. That's their job.
Yep.
Why are we spending this money on these duplicative services that are already handled? And I got two theories. One, if the job is too much for our staff, well, let's staff more people within the city of College Park. Don't just get these personal aides to these council members.
Right.
And if the job is too big for you, then bow out and go somewhere else.
There we go.
Why are we just figuring out ways to take money out of different pockets to enrich your friends? Which is what
you know the reason why, because of what people have coming up next year during an election year. They want to get the most bang for the buck for their own personal staff that they control while they run for whatever office it is that they want to run for in College Park. And who is going to be able to monitor what he does, question what he does? Nobody but McKenzie, right? So
it's literally in the contract. It reads that way.
Is in the contract. I just want you to know that this is the heightened. This is what I didn't expect. I didn't expect. I expect them to just shovel cow dung in our face and call it dinner. But this here, 3 years renewable contract, they're binding successors in their position on this man who has like the perfect resume. Okay.
Right.
That is what they're doing. And for Hicks to go along with this just underlines the fact that he is bought, he is compromised, and he is going to be ineffective in his role. I think he's a pretty good guy, but in this role, he's compromised. Everybody is. Everybody who answers to the council, right? Who doesn't question the council, that they are compromised, and we will not have a city that is efficiently run until we change the charter and change people's positions. Period.
I mean, I had a lot of hope for Hicks when he came in the door. He lied to me and lied to my wife repeatedly within his first time. So that told me everything I need to know about him. Also, do you remember at the very last meeting where it was discovered that Hicks likely had a meeting with the DMO that was pursuing a contract during the time of them choosing during the procurement period, and was set there like a deer in headlights without even giving a real answer as to did you or did you not meet with these people. So compromise is a perfect word for the way the Hicks has been showing up lately.
And also, I'm watching these comments. It says, keep in mind, Xavier Ross was also the administrator for another College Park Facebook page for quite some time. So, and also that they have information that they're collecting from random platforms for city programs. He has all access mode, which is dangerous.
Very dangerous. And remember, this is going through tonight with no discussion whatsoever. And it just for the naysayers, not naysayers, but there are similar jobs to what he has now. Former Mayor Pro Tem Madam Apostle McKenzie loves titles, so she's calling staff. It's really just a legislative aid manager that they've used before. However, Ward 2 they also have a legislative aid that's going up for in the consent agenda today too. You know how much they're asking for per month?
How much?
$2,600.
Mm,
So in Ward 2, they're able to accomplish the same goal for $41,000,
mm.
while in Ward 1, this job is 2.3 times higher.
And could that be because he has extra duties that we don't know about?
Makes you wonder, right?
Campaign manager, campaign liaison, stat person. What? Yeah, I want to see job descriptions. I'm gonna be but yeah, you're right, Mose. It makes no sense. We keep mulling over this like we are rational people. The majority of people watching this or that will watch it are rational, logical people who understand 1 + 1 is 2, 2 + 2 is 4. What they don't understand is how a city that is awesome as College Park has been reduced to this. We are the shining example, as I said, for corruption, idiocy, and backwards ass governing. That's what we are. That's what we are. And this is I'm sorry, people, this is what we are. We gotta vote. We have to make a change.
Let's move on. Botanical Garden, that's back on the agenda tonight. It's sitting at 9B. So, and I believe this one is actually going to get a discussion, which is interesting.
Nine, what, 9D? Okay.
9B. 9B is. So I believe this one is getting discussion. I'm surprised that Gay is allowing that. So the city wants to pay P2J Civil $1.1 million for sewer and water work, but the invoice references Botanical Garden. The only contract in the packet is that Roger Gay Botanical Garden project with his own site drawings. There's no separate contract for the sewer and water work. So I've heard a lot of talk about this one. This is one of those things where we are already putting out so much money for Botanical Garden, and they're just making it up as they go along.
Right.
You know, it starts off at 2 million, gets to 8 million, gets to 10 million, gets to 14 million, and oh, wait a second, now we need to do a sewer line. That's another 1.1 million.
Right.
This happens because, you know, they talked about a comprehensive plan earlier today. There's no planning that is done, and now you driven past the site of the Gay Gardens, right?
Yep.
Now all the trees are down. Now they've you know it looks like is that the West Wing of the White House? Now you just got a big old hole over there,
like Trump's new ballroom. Is what they're building?
Exactly. So now what do? You go forward and you back up, and it's going to cost $1 million.
Right.
And it's all because we're not using the staff to make these decisions. Instead, we're getting an idea like, oh, I can name a garden after myself, and we move forward with it.
But you know what, Mose? Let me just shift a little bit. But you're right. It is so depressing. How about National Night Out? How about our first responders? How about our police and firemen and 911 operators and you know all the people who go into keeping us safe? Like, let's give a big round of applause to them. They are amazing. They are working with a skeleton crew. But let's just say something positive to help, you know, change this mood, this energy for me right now. It's just not sexy.
I 100% agree with you. You know, this is probably I've been living over there in the new house for 10 years. I'm pretty sure I made it to 8 national night outs, and you know, kids look forward to it every year. I look forward to it every year. I get to hang out with my friends, and you know, we get to listen to live music. So again, we always say it's the community that keeps us here.
Yep.
It's the staff that keeps us here. It's the police department, the fire department that are, like you said, they're working in dire straits, but they continue to show up and they continue to make it happen. And kudos to them, and we are extremely appreciative of them. You know, there's another big thing that's on the agenda tonight that I'm excited about, finding the Flint. It looks like there's actually some movement that's happening there. There's a $500,000 HUD grant that was secured by the late Representative David Scott, and now something called American Rivers is about to put another 650,000 on top of that.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
agreement cost the city nothing.
Nothing, right? Not a dime. But and that's rare because everything we do, we pay for. Man,
But you know what's different about this one, James?
what's that?
Amazing neighbors like Hannah Palmer, a Southside native who has been researching and doing the work for finding the Flint for well over a decade, if not decades.
Wow,
Has written
wow.
books about it. I've had a pleasure of sitting down and talking to her and meeting her on several occasions. Is because of, again, great people like her. And I
Mm-hmm.
call her a neighbor. I think she's actually a neighboring city, but cares so much about
Mm-hmm.
the region,
Yes.
that has put in all this work right here to make
Mm-hmm.
things like this happen. And even when the support from the council wasn't there,
Not
people like
there.
her kept going at it and kept going at it. And it brings us to
Wow,
it's
that's
like
beautiful.
today we finally see things
Yeah,
moving forward.
and that's what happens when you have a community like we have. That's we said at the top of the hour. We're like, we love our neighbors. We love our community partners who keep the fire hot and keep things moving in the right direction. Because really, now that's the only hope we have is the people who are in College Park and who are surrounding us in our neighboring cities who care about us. Thank y'all so much. This is wonderful.
Now we are going to see a lot of movement tonight on a home on English Lane.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
What's going
there's
on?
there's a home on English Lane where they've been asked to pretty much turn into a sober living house,
Okay.
and I'm pretty sure you're going to see neighbor after neighbor come up either in support or not support of this. So again, what I love is that the community comes out, they voice their opinion. I'm
Mhm.
going to be looking very carefully to see what does the council think of it. Are they going to do what they normally do? Look down at their papers and pretend as if we're not standing. This has
Right.
been going on for months at this time.
Mhm. Mhm.
Even I don't know if you remember at the last council meeting, unfortunately, our council couldn't even decide whether or not it was worthy of a public hearing. They couldn't
Mhm.
even move that forward because they're spineless. To be honest with you, nobody wanted to go on record. You know what
That's
happened, Jeff?
surprising. That is shocking. I can't believe our council did that. I can't believe that.
So they
But
couldn't make a decision on it. Fulton County courts came in and said, "We're going to decide for you. You have to do it."
they
And
sure
that's how it's
did.
on the agenda tonight.
They sent it back. Yeah, they remanded it back because you know why we don't do things right here in Congress. We don't follow the rule of law. We don't follow order and procedure. We just do whatever council wants to because they have a separate agenda.
But I am looking forward to that conversation,
Yeah.
how that affects the lives of our neighbors, and I know that they will be out there in full force talking about it tonight. So I am definitely looking forward to that, James.
Yeah, the public comment should be real good tonight. I'm excited about that, Mose. And like I said, you know what? It's so funny, man. When we talk about these things offline, we say there's so many issues. If you don't stay on top of this every 30, 60 days, you're going to get left behind
Yes, sir.
because unfortunately they keep piling on and piling on serious issues after issues after issues, and the regular person who doesn't really follow local politics, because they have other things to do like take care of their family and work, life things, they will be left outside, and this council is hoping and counting on that they don't
Counting,
really know what's going on.
counting on it. You just create so much chaos, and you don't know what to follow, what to look for, what to believe anymore.
Mhm.
Where have you seen that before, James?
Mm. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe national politics. I have no idea.
And
I
that's what's so
mean,
sad
could
because
it be what's happening now on a national level, right?
this is local. It shouldn't be that way.
It
We can touch these people. We can see
This
these.
should be most. We shouldn't have to come on air, and people should not have to be so engaged about what is happening because we should be able to trust our elected officials to do what's right. Check in every now and again, look and see what's going on, keeping them honest. But we literally are engaging like we are a second council. fighting against them. This is like Game of Thrones.
Yep.
You
Well,
know,
James, I am here at the office, but I'm about to make my way home because
okay.
mostly wanted to cook something tonight. So I'm interested in this.
What is he cooking?
I have no idea. I might be knocking on your door to see what you cooked instead.
But I cooked some sea bass. I had some broccolini and some rice.
Matter of fact, I'm just going to come by your house before I go home.
I think we're finished. Yeah, we might have a little bit more. But anyway, yeah, that's it for tonight. So
that's it for tonight. Unless something crazy happens, and it probably will. You all go check it out on the College Park page. We'll be in there making our comments. I know you'll be in there making your comments. And, cheers to a better day soon. Thank you all for being so engaged. Thank you all for showing up. I have one thing, and let me get this out before we go, James.
Mm-hmm.
One thing that I have been totally appreciative of, proud of, and witnessing in these last 2 months, while we weren't as active in your face from week to week. Mm-hmm. Have you seen the community and the way they've shown up online?
Yeah, man. It's been real encouraging, right? I know there are times you and I talk and we're begging for additional help and additional buy-in, additional ears and eyes and what's going on. Y'all have shown out. Y'all getting in the car with half a tank of gas going to Savannah. Like what? Like roll up, regulate. Let's hit it. Let's go. Was it cool? Let me shut up. Go ahead.
It's been amazing. It's been amazing to sit back and just watch all of the new voices that are there. They can't deny what's going on. They try to, but you know what? Every time they turn on the news, every time they turn on the radio, every time they flip open a magazine and click a link,
it's so embarrassing. It's so embarrassing, and we could be. Bill had a wings and strings in the park the other night. I think you went to that.
I was there.
Right? I mean, just little things like that to bring the community together. We do nothing of the sorts. Most of it is so depressing. But
James, I cannot. I was at Wings and Strings in Hayville, amazing event. I had a really good time. To the family out there, and one thing that I noticed. I cannot name a single council person in Hayville. I mean, I'm sorry, I do know Brett. Brett is a friend of the work that we do here. So aside from Brett, I can't name a single other one. You know why?
Because they
put their head down and they do the work.
They do the work.
I think the other day that they have a salary of $7,600. I'm assuming that's just enough to print copies and put gas in the car.
Wow. $7,600.
Those are their council members, right? Because it is a job of service and passion to make your community better. Right. It's not there to enrich you.
Yeah.
It's not there to enrich your pockets. Right. And mind you, our council, they do not have a huge salary either. Now their assistants do, which makes you wonder what's going on.
Right.
Their friends make a lot of money, which makes you wonder what's going on. Right. Gay said from the dais, it's not illegal to make your friends rich, which makes you wonder what's going on.
Yeah.
But anyway, let's tune in, watch what's going on. James, it's so good to see you again. I'm going to come.
If we need to come back on. If something breaking happens, we'll pop back on.
Sounds good, man. I'll talk to you later. You all stay engaged, and remember everything we said is our assumption. I forgot to put that at the beginning, but let me put it at the end. Don't take anything we say seriously. We just think
it's our own personal views, right? They're not the views of anybody else. Personal views, all that.
Talk to you later, man.
Thanks, man.
All right,
peace.